Hi there, Massy here, coach, author of a handful of books, and strategist, NLP master practitioner, and blah, blah, blah. And welcome to this episode of Tips, Tools, and Strategies, where I focus on really practical stuff that you can take away. And at the moment, I'm preparing for a series of workshops. I'm going to do a physical workshop down in Mildura, Victoria, in October, details down below, and also I'll be doing towards the end of the year an online workshop. It's a half-day workshop, so about a 4-hour workshop, and it's based around my 18 years of coaching, but also this book, The Successful Mind. And as I was starting to prepare for this workshop, one of the slides I have in there is a picture of, what is the best software to choose if you want your hardware to be most effective, if you want your computer to work as best as it possibly can. And the two choices are Windows 95 or Windows 11. Which do you think is going to allow your hardware of your computer to most effectively do its job so you can get the absolute best results? Obviously, it's not Windows 95, it's Windows 11. It's the most up-to-date and up-to-date software that's had all the feedback since 95, all those tweakings done so it can get better and better and better and better. And the reason I use that metaphor is to say it's the same as having old and undated or outdated programs in our mind. So beliefs and stories, programs, neural pathways, all that sort of nonsense playing around our mind that isn't actually most effective for 2025. So we might have a belief that served us extremely well when we're in our 20s. And, might have been to succeed in work, I need to, work my ass off, and I need to fight for it, I need to thrive, and I need to hustle and do all of this stuff. That might have been extremely useful in your 20s. Now I'm in my 50s, that isn't the way for me to succeed. That's no longer the best way for me to succeed, to be the most creative and have the most enjoyable life. Like, I've got different things, different priorities now. So again, it's looking at what old beliefs and programs am I playing that no longer are most useful for me now. The other one when we look at those beliefs is there might have been something in Windows 95 that was actually not useful or actually wrong. It was considered the best knowledge at the time in 95, but there's new things have been learned since then. Obviously, AI has come along, we've learned all these new things. So some of that stuff is completely irrelevant. So the same thing again, do we have programs we're playing, stories we're following, things we're leading into and leaning into that are actually outdated, that are no longer useful to us anymore? They might be something about work and how to work. They might be about relationships, how to be in relationships. Maybe we're playing an old program on relationships which is completely irrelevant because you're not in the start of a relationship, you're 15 years into that relationship, and it needs a different way of approaching that relationship. Same thing in professional context. There might be different beliefs that need to be applied in this particular moment. As our body ages, as we get older, as different things happen in our life, maybe as we have more complexity in our life, we might need to change some of the beliefs around how much and what we can actually get done in time. So again, this idea of like stopping and pausing and stepping back and say, do I have any beliefs that are no longer serving me? And one of the easiest ways to find that is, where have you got the biggest disruption in your life? Focus in on that and see, what am I telling myself which is causing me to have this biggest disruption? And when I pull that out and I can see what I'm telling myself, is that still useful? Is it still relevant? Is it up to date? Does it need to be updated? Do I need to get that program and throw it out and introduce a new program that's relevant to me now in 2025. So that's the takeaway for today. It's, are you running some old programs that are no longer useful? And like I said, the biggest way and the best way to get there, quickest way, is to look at where you've got the biggest disruption in your life and start having a look, zeroing in on what are the stories I'm telling myself, what am I believing that's causing me to act in that particular way. So there you go. That's the tips, tools and strategies for today. Keep an eye out for my beliefs workshop coming up soon. Otherwise, have an absolutely fantastic day wherever you are on this gorgeous, incredible planet of ours, and take care.